Good evening, everybody. Hebald here. How's everyone doing tonight? Long time no record, long time. This is Hebald, everybody. And what we will be doing today is we'll be doing a solo master Nightfall run of the Inverted Spire. Um, my goal is to do it with the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. Um, so we're going to start out with the Hunter. Uh, Gunslinger build, Blade Barrage, Marksman Dodge, Triple Jump, Proximity, Explosive Knife, and I'll show you why I'll be using that. I opted for the Healing Grenade this time, for the healing powers. On your mark, right, and knock them down. Ha. Fragments, Ember of Char, Ember of Wonder, Ember of Combustion, Ember of Searing, and Ember of Solace. Um, the weapons I'll be taking into the Inverted Spire are Peace of Mind Pulse Rifle, the Enigma Glaive, and the Gallahorn Rocket Launcher. My armor pieces, I'm going to be trying out this new exotic that I just farmed up, Caliban's Hand. You can get it this season. I also got Second Chance for the Titan. They're both gauntlets, so when the gauntlet farm comes in those lost sectors, you can go ahead and farm two characters at once um, and get your exotic gauntlets. So that's what I did. I got Caliban's Hand, and then I got Second Chance. And the Warlock has the exotic leg armor, and it's called. Just thought I'd share that with you here. Um, Rain of Fire sounds really nice. Basically, it buffs your fusion and linear fusion rifles. Makes you radiant with final blows. So Rain of Fire. So I'll be getting those when the legend lost, or not the legend, but the lost sectors come out for leg armor. I'll be farming for those, and I farm on master levels because usually, now not all the time, but usually you'll get armor drops that are better on master than you will on legend. The stats will be a little bit better, as well as the farming is shorter, so it's common. There are common exotic drops if you do it on master. And since I'm a 1585, it's perfectly fine to farm on master and do things on master now. And so I'll be trying out Caliban's Hand. Now, armor pieces will be going with the glaive ammo finder, rocket launcher ammo finder, and well of ordnance. We'll be rocking the unstoppable glaive for the unstoppable champions, anti-barrier pulse rifle for the anti-barrier champions, or I should say barrier champions, and explosive well maker, so rapidly defeating combatants with explosive damage spawns a solar elemental well. We get that going, and then that'll trigger, with this well of ordnance, picking up a solar elemental well grants you additional grenade energy. We'll be rocking Armor of the Dying Star, Arc Resistance, and Powerful Friends. I want to get my mobility to tier 100 because I'll be using um, a feature I'll be showing you here. Mod, I should say. Invigoration and Rocket Launcher Scavenger for the boots. And then for the cloak, what should we call him? I say we call him Cloak. I'll be rocking Classy Restoration. So basically, every time I do a marksman dodge, I will basically be in restoration mode. Very, very nice. So that's why I want tier 10 mobility. And then solar fulmination. Your ignitions do increased damage and an increased radius. And So that's my build. This is my build. Um, be trying out Caliban's hand for the proximity knife. Basically, what this does is your proximity knife scorches targets it damages with its explosions or ignites targets on a direct hit. After throwing a proximity knife, you gain increased melee regeneration until the knife explodes. So we shall try this out, see how well it does. And yeah, so I'm back in the saddle again, doing these master runs, and of course grandmaster runs. Can't wait for that, which comes out July 5th. Um, so I'll be doing that. Um, for this master mode, we'll be doing Scorched Earth, champion foes, enemies throw grenades significantly more, champions are barrier and unstoppable champions. Equipment is locked, match game, enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Attrition, regeneration is greatly impaired, defeating enemies may create wells of light. This mode contains additional champions, shielded foes. You will face combatants with Arc, Solar, and Void, which is why we have shields that are Arc, Solar, and Void. Protect us against that. After damaging a target with a weapon many times in rapid succession, you will regain ability energy for your melee, grenade, and class abilities. The base cooldown time for these abilities is lengthened. So combat acceleration. Nice. Acute arc burn, so 25% arc damage dealt and 50% arc damage received. We don't have any arc weapons. We have Void and Solar, and a kinetic pulse that has no osmosis. Even if it was osmosis, it would be solar, so no arc for us, but that's okay. So are you ready, folks? Let's do this. And so this is my first recording of doing this type of master run. I did a mock recording last night, but basically I died, and so anytime I die doing these runs, I just start all over because, you know, I go for these solo flawless on solo runs, obviously. And yeah, so
The Red Legion has compromised this planet's crust. My scouts report multiple seismic
I
events
was a
across the
week
surface.
behind, and now I'm pretty much all caught up, except my light level, um, because I went to my once-a-year vacation. I went to New York this time, and yeah, absolutely enjoyed it. Seen all the sights of New York, you know, Rockefeller Center, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Carnegie Hall, the Metropolitan Opera, Yankees game, Mets game. Uh, what am I missing? Did a lot of stuff. Enjoyed myself immensely. Central Park, I did that. What else? I did the Central Park thing. Um, we're gonna go around here, and so I might as well tell you folks what I did. Okay, that guy's attacking that. Get out of there. Hit restore. Okay, that was a bad idea. But we still got him. Thanks to classy restoration. We got him. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Rockefeller Center, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Carnegie Hall, Metropolitan Opera, Yankees game, Mets game, Central Park. Um, and then I went to a couple restaurants. I went to Peter Luger's Steakhouse, and then I went to Katz's Delicatessen. With Peter Luger's Steakhouse, I had a reservation, so I got in okay. Katz's Delicatessen. When by the time I got in there, which I should have went in there early in the morning. Get in there right away. Get yourself a table right away. I ordered it, but I ordered it to go. Um, just for the simple fact that all the tables were pretty much all occupied, and that's to be expected. And so, either way, enjoyed it immensely. The food was great, terrific. Absolutely loved it. Let's try our proximity thing. Ooh. Okay. Lovely. So yeah. It was a great time. I had a blast. It was fun. Yeah, people were great, and the New York hospitality, as they say, And now I'm back in action here, doing the game thing, and back to work again after a paid vacation, which is always nice, right? It's a paid vacation that you've earned, right? You gotta earn it, so you earn it and you use it, apply it, and yeah. So that was my New York trip. I'm making some videos right now that I'm gonna add on to the YouTube channel, and it'll show a lot of my trip in New York. Right now, I'm working on the Statue of Liberty video. I just got to add some music in there without the copyright scenarios going on. So basically, you pay for the music, or you find music that's free, you post it, and you don't have to worry about any copyright infringement or anything like that. And so that's what I'll be doing next. But the video is all done. It's got photos and video of the Statue of Liberty. If anyone has seen the movie Splash, I put a splash line in there with Tom Hanks when they were at the Statue of Liberty there. Let's see here. We're gonna bait out this barrier here, but the photos and video is pretty much done. Now I just gotta put in the music, and then I'll put up my first vacation post out of probably 3 or 4 vacation posts in total of my trip in New York. Videos going up on this YouTube channel here, because there's a lot of people curious as to what I do besides game. I as far as hobbies go. So I like to go on vacation once a year. It's paid vacation, so I'm not basically losing anything. I get paid to go on vacation through work, and then I like to work out. I like to lift weights, and I like to eat, and I like to play video games. Very simple stuff, It's not really complicated or complex at all. I'm pretty much a very simple guy, and so I'll kind of post this on the YouTube channel just to kind of show you that that's what I'm all about.
I think they're trying to contain the
for
Red
people that are kind of curious as to if they're wondering if that's all I do, And it's like, no, I do a lot of stuff besides game. I like to lift weights. I like to go out to movies. old school. Like I like to go to the movie theater and watch some movies. I don't like to rent them online. I actually like to go out. I actually got a membership uh, to AMC for that reason, called AMC Stubs, and enjoy movies. Like I say, I like to work out, movies, game, of course, and go on vacation, once a year. And these vacations are lengthy. They're big vacations. I usually get them a year in advance because everything is cheaper when you do it that way. You find a lot of good deals if you plan ahead on your vacations. And so, yeah, that's basically my life pretty much in general, as to what's going on. Trying to think what else I can share. Somebody asked me, what else do you like to do? It seems like that's all you do is play video games, and it's like, no, I like to do all kinds of stuff. You know, I like to work out, like I say, go to movies, you know, eat different kinds of food, and I really like spicy food, I enjoy super hot food like, ghost pepper, that's my thing. My thing for as far as super hot food goes is ghost peppers. You know, I don't really like reapers or scorpions all that much. But as far as ghost peppers goes, absolutely love food with ghost pepper in them. Heat, hot sauces, anything, curries, you name it. You name it, my face is in it if it has ghost pepper in it. It's really good. Um, so basically, that's basically what happened. Just somebody that was curious. They were saying, what else do you do? I mean, is that all you do? Is that you game? It's like, no. I do a lot more stuff than just game. It's and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're just strictly a gamer and you do that for a living, it's like good for you. My hat goes off to you. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that a person, basically said, "Hey, is that all you do? Is you play video games?" And it's like, "Oh no. I do a lot more than that." And so that's why I'm letting everybody know. I'm kind of showing you folks, what I do in life versus what people think I do. If that makes sense. So. We're just going to take this barrier out with our pulse. We'll save on the rockets. Use our proximity to see what happens. Ooh, he's ignited. See what happens here. Oh, wow. Big bang there, big stun. So there you go. I did take out the unstoppable and barrier leading up to this area here, and as you can see, all the area is clear, and we're moving on. So that's what I like to do, and I'm honest about what I do. I don't, right, I don't say, oh, well, that's none of your business, type of thing. It's like, no, I'll let you know what I do. It's just that I think people are sadly mistaken if that's all they think that I do is play video games. It's like, oh no. So yeah, I do a lot more than that, So wow. And there's other stuff that I do that I don't talk about, and that basically is the icing on the cake, if that makes sense. So yeah, integrate all of that, and you have yourself, a pretty easygoing dude for the most part. I don't like to make things complicated, and I do not like to create problems. Those are two things I cannot stand. Again, I don't like to create problems, and I don't like to make things complicated. I'm very simple, but yet very intelligent. So it's like, why bother creating problems, right? And yeah, that's what happens sometimes. You're kind of witness to some of these scenarios, and it's very unfortunate, but it's just how it goes, right? So that's basically my life in a nutshell. I'm not going to go into more personal things like, am I, seeing women, or am I going out with women, or am I married? I'm not going to go into that. That's a touchy matter. Uh, the women that I do hang out with, let's just put it this way, I kind of don't really talk about them that much. Very, very kind of careful and protective of them, in their privacy and whatnot. So I respect them that way, and yeah. But so that's my scenario there. What else? It's just that somebody, I think, was thinking that I wasn't going to say much. That was the kind of that was the kind of assumption that I had when this person asked this, like, oh, you're not going to tell us what you really do. And it's like, yeah, I will tell you what I really do, but there's some stuff that I really do that I can't, so that's for another day. That's for another day. That's for another day. But let's just put it this way: that's the icing on the cake for me, anyway. So at the end of the day, that's the icing on the cake. It's very nice. For me, anyways. It's gratifying, it's fulfilling, satisfying, but other than that, I can tell you about it pretty much about anything else, though, going on. And what else? It's just one of those things where somebody basically makes you, kind of puts you on the spot, right? And says, well, you're not going to tell us what else you do and stuff like that. And it's like, oh no, I'll tell you what I do. I got no problem with that. It's just there's some things I cannot be specific about, But like I said, for me, it's the icing on the cake. It's let's just put it this way: it's justified, it's justifiable, it's gratifying, it's fulfilling, it's satisfying. It's the icing on the cake, right? It's the dessert after a great dinner type of thing. So, and that'll be something special. But right now, can't go into detail about it. I really can't. So definitely not afraid, right? Not intimidated, but I just can't go into detail about some of the stuff that I do. So it's just how it goes. It's just how it is for now, anyway. So, But anyways, other than that, you put all that aside, you combine that all together, and that's the kind of package that I deliver, right? These are things that I'm into. Some of the things I can't describe in detail, and there's some things that I can tell you about, like going on vacation, my hobbies, working out, lifting weights, playing video games, more specifically Destiny 2, eating all kinds of different foods, super hot foods. I love ghost peppers. I am absolutely addicted to ghost pepper and the heat it delivers. Really love ghost peppers, or buchalokias, whatever you want to call them. They're just a fantastic pepper to have to cook with everything. Anytime I see ghost peppers sold fresh in a store that I'm at, I will buy. Hands down, will buy. Say, oh yeah. Could always cook with ghost peppers. And I like to cook too, so that's another thing. I like to cook. I like to make curries. Pork curry, chicken curry. I even and I can make fish curries. So basically, I like to cook in general, and all that stuff. So it's not like I'm just basically what I'm saying is that I'm not like this person that just sits there and is like, duh, right? If that makes sense. I don't sit there and be like, duh, there's something wrong with me. And I just, you take the problems, you take them, you be a man, and you move on. You deal with them, be a man, and you move on. That's what I like doing. I don't like to cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't like to. I'm not one of those guys that likes to do the, sit in the corner and, complain, and complain. Like, la, 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 la. I'm just not all about that, like, oh, almost died there, but triggered restoration, saved my life. Classy restoration saved my life. So at the end of the day, that's me as a person, because this question was kind of lengthy. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so I figured I'd address it, But I'd address it respectfully, nicely, kindly address it. Basically, the person said, that I'm a piece of trash, right? I'm a disappointment, and here's why. And so this is my response to that, This is my response to that. It's like, okay, and so this is who I am as a person, And everybody has different tastes, and we have similarities, So I don't take offense to what this person said. I really don't. But I'm going to address it, though. I'm going to address it because, just see if my proximity grenade works. Okay, 2 rockets to take out an arc shield. These guys are very powerful. They're touchy. If you get in close, even with classy restoration, watch out. They're weak once you get them. Once they break their shield, but they're powerful if you get in close with their shotgun blasts. So yeah, I mean, the person kind of rubbed me the wrong way when they addressed this to me, and they were kind of lengthy with their questioning, and I was like, okay. So I'll address it. I'll address it. So that's the story there. So it's been addressed. So you folks basically know me in a nutshell. And I'm slowly going to start posting more videos of, my, they call them vlogs, basically, you know, what I do on the side of just gaming, you know? So you know me a little bit more, you know, like type of thing. So hopefully, you know, this gets back to the person that addressed that, you know, and yeah, hopefully that person now understands. So, other than that, that's what's been going on. Like I say, I was all in all when it comes to the Destiny 2 gaming, I have been a week behind ever since I went on vacation. Now I'm back, and I figure I do some solo masters since about 1585. So, you know, it's enough to do some solo masters here. You know, you'll survive, you'll stay alive, type of stuff. Hopefully you'll stay alive. You know, usually when I say something like that, I get one-shotted. You know. You know. All right, little secret here. Even on Master, if you don't feel like going in there, you don't have to. You can address the issue with this, and I'll show you. Go up here. Take any kind of power weapon that's of your choosing. Aim down sights and launch. You can do that with a sniper rifle and your fusion rifle. All that stuff, you know. Alright, so most enemies are down, and so that basically gets rid of the cluster of enemies, you know. So the only person that I think I'd be worrying about is the Unstoppable, if that makes sense. That's a little trick that you can do. I learned that doing Grandmasters on this one. So... Alright, we'll just take that Unstoppable out quickly. Well known for, you know, booping people off the map really fast. So, so here we go. We're going to go down and meet our demise. Now, this guy's not a machine gun guy, but the barrier pulse thing. So you have a lot better chance of surviving when he hits you like that, you see? So we're going to save our rockets and take them out with our pulse rifle here. We'll use our proximity throwing knife, see that? Not too bad, huh? We'll blow that up beside him. So yeah, that's my life in a nutshell. You know, yeah, I went through a few stuff, you know, but you know, you survive and you move on. You deal with it, and you survive, you deal with it, and you move on. And, you know, I don't want to go into detail about it. But let's just say I ran into a couple of pitfalls in the road so far, you know? Oh well, you know, guess what? That's life, right? So there you go. That's just how it goes, and that's just how it is, and that's how it's gonna be, type of thing, you know? Alright, so with this, now, I gotta make sure I do this right. Alright.
I think they want their drill back.
Alright. Okay. All right, so there you be. A clean breakdown of what that you just saw there. So my heart always thumps when that happens. I've died so many times doing that segment. It's just ridiculous, you know? All right, so what do we got here? We'll let this guy come here, out of the sniper's view. Take him out peacefully. And there you be. Snipers to your right. And you can usually take them out on master with that shot there like that. So we really want to save our rockets from here on out, except for one champion that you want to take out pretty fast. And when we get to him, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So we're going to break these shields. Proximity. Wow, that was nice, huh? All right, we'll get this unstoppable to come here. And whammo, take him out. He already regenerated his shield, I can see. And I saw that brick laying on the ground, so we'll take the brick. And now there's a barrier champion here that's very fast to wipe you even on master. So be very careful here. And there he is in all his glory. Right. Now we're gonna wait to take him out because there are these shield dudes in the way. We want to take them out first before dealing with the champion because they will get in your way. Okay, champion is down. So with that being said, I got 5 rockets. And so take out all of these dogs here. Take out that goblin back there. Now we got the barriers. Let's see what we got here. Okay, one down. Alright. Let's try to throw our thing. Ooh, wow, that was good. Like I said, we can quickly dispatch this guy with a rocket, but we're going to save on the rockets. Alright, go down. Nobody to meet and greet us, right? Now we're on our way. Now I do this boss the old school way, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I do them in phases since I'm doing it solo. But don't be fooled, this boss can quickly melt you if you don't know what you're doing, just to let you know. So we're going to go ahead and take out these enemies here, which will trigger the boss. Take out the gold bars first. What's really nice with these guys is they can't melee you. So, but you can melee them. Just really nice. Alright. We're gonna shoot a rocket and a super. Another rocket. That should get them immune. Now, you could do one rocket and a super, see what happens. But I do two just to be safe. And a super. Just to be safe to get them into the immune phase. And I stand over here. And I got two rockets. Gonna use that. Switching guns, that means take cover because he's going to go immune. Just duck. Alright, he's going to go immune, and now this is his last phase. And what you want to do, take your time. Right, take your time here. Alright, here he comes. Do it in phases. Now I'm going to wait for my super, and I'm going to get him into a place where I'll show you. There's a certain health range that you want to be looking at. Alright. Always pay attention to when he throws out that grenade. Because not only can he blind you with it, but it is powerful. It'll take a good half of your health away if he hits you, if he connects with it. That's how I died last time. So, there it is. See that? Almost half a health bar. Alright, we're gonna wait for a spawn. I believe that should be coming. Yeah, here they come. Spawn. Okay. Alright. Now. Gonna take out these enemies. Trigger our restoration. Right, so he can still hit you from here with the blinding grenades, as you can see. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out these harpies here. And then go back here. Because those harpies will get in the way eventually. And looks like we got a heavy brick there, which is good. We got another heavy brick. I dodged right into one of his blinding grenades. There's another one. We're gonna wait for us to recharge. See that? Hopefully this will recharge in time. Okay, we're gonna go in for that heavy. Alright, now stand here. You got them where you want them. You can take out the remainder guys. Use these two platforms as cover. And I'm going to wait for my healing to get into place here. But he's in prime position, so you can use this as cover and this as cover. See his blinding grenades? They won't really get you that much. So he's in prime position right now to damage, to take him out. Right? So that's exactly what we're going to do here. A little bit more. Okay. He's moving. Actually, we're going to... He's moving there. So we're going to wait here. Right. So we're actually going to go here. That makes sense. Uh-oh. I might be in trouble here. Okay, we're gonna wait for a healing. And there you go. Now, basically, so once this gets done, let me explain what I did wrong there.
Technically, the captain did. You live in his backpack.
Switch off.
But that was a solo master run with the hunter trying out the new exotic features, Caliban's Hand. Pretty nice feature. It does improve the proximity knife. They are right about that. And Solar Hunter Master. But basically, what happened there was I damaged him a little bit too much to where he moved. He was in prime position of launching out 3 rockets and a super. So what I did was I damaged him to where he started walking to the other direction, which triggered another spawn, which I was ready for, except the trace rifle harpies there. And so he was at the level where it would take one super and two rockets. Now, if you're doing it in front of those barriers that where I was at, which is way more comfortable to do, I would fire off three rockets and a super instead of two rockets and a super just to be safe. Because he might just have enough health to stay alive. And when he does that, when he's still alive, he's going to charge at you and be very aggressive. So you got to take him out very fast. You know what I mean? So I recommend three rockets and a super when you're in that phase at this light level, about 1585. Three rockets and a super to be on the safe side. When he moves to that other area, though, you've done enough damage to where only two rockets and a super will take him out. So just to let you know. And so yeah, that was my solo master run of uh, the gunslinger hunter subclass, trying out the Caliban's hand and the old school strategy on how to take out the inverted spire boss. I don't have enough, light level to take him out like heavy, heavy fast, which you want to do, but you're still below light level. 1590 is recommended. I'm at 1585, so you're still on the weak side, and so your weapons will also be on the weak side, but you'll be able to do enough damage to take them out. To do this comfortably solo, if you know what you're doing, and if you have the patience in dealing with a boss like that in phases instead of like taking them all out at once, which you could possibly do with middle tree, missile Titan. You could possibly do it, in his second phase. You could do it, but I played it safe and did it the comfortable way. So there you go. That is basically my first solo Master Nightfall strike of this season with the Hunter, and a little bit about my life and what's really going on with it, with my life. So I figure I'd let people know, and then why I'm a week behind a Destiny 2 because I went on vacation. And next year's vacation, I did a poll, and so I did it early in the year. So it's funny. I'll plan a vacation, but then early in the year, I'll be thinking about the next vacation I'm going to go on. So I did a poll this time, and it was either going to be Poland or it was either going to be Warsaw, Poland, or Rome, Italy. So I did a poll, a listening poll, and the majority voted for Rome, Italy. So that's where I'll be going. Warsaw, Poland. I'm big into history, especially with countries. That country back in the day went through a lot of war, and now it's this gorgeous, beautiful country. Um, so I kind of wanted to look into the history of that, but at the same time, uh, one of the Europe's largest water parks is actually right by Warsaw, Poland, and it's pretty brand new. And you can take the bus there. So I would not only visit Warsaw, Poland, but go to that water park and enjoy it there as well too. So that's what I was telling people about. But still, the majority of people voted for Rome, Italy, and because you have obviously the nostalgia of the Roman Empire there, you have, of course, Italy. The romance. The evening meals, outside type of thing, the wine, the Italian food, the Italian culture. You have, again, the Roman history there, and then, of course, you have the Vatican. So a lot of people, now, my religious views, I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but that being said, I apply common sense to my religion, meaning I don't go overboard with it. I keep my feet on the ground and apply common sense. But that being said, there's a lot of people that said, hey, the Vatican City is in Rome, but it's like its own little town, or it's its own town inside of Rome. So So yeah, I'll be spending looks like 3 days at the Vatican City, a couple of sermons, and taking a tour of the Vatican City. Um, so yeah, so a lot of the folks that are really religious, they said, "Hey, I want you to go see that place, see what you think, type of thing." And it's like, oh yeah, no doubt in my mind. I mean, as far as Christianity goes, that's as high as you can go. So it's the Vatican. So I'm going to obviously go see it. So even before people wanted me to see it, I was already planning on seeing it anyway. Um, and then of course, so I'll be seeing the religious side, of the Vatican City, and then I'll also the history side of Rome itself, Roman Colosseum, the Romans, right? Roman Empire, you know, built for war, the movie 300, taking on all those Persians, I mean, come on, a lot of history there. So it's like no doubt in my mind, I'll be all in that stuff. And then of course, I'm gonna do a little bit off of uh, somebody that not overheard, but I was associating with her, listening to. They were like they were in Rome, the Roman Colosseum, and they were like, "I'm the next God of War. I'm the next God of War. I'm the next God of War." And the way that they said it was so funny to me. Like it's like, wow, you're the next God of War. Okay, sounds to me like you're in some kind of Roman Colosseum. Bashing a sword against your chest, or bashing a sword against a shield. So I'm going to do that bit when I'm actually inside the Roman Colosseum. I'm going to get a Italian, whether they're an Italian tourist or they're just there, they live there, and I'm going to get them to film me, and I'm going to say, now I'm just performing here, so don't take this the wrong way. And I'm going to be yelling, at the camera while they're filming me, and I'm going to be saying that I'm the next God of War. I'm the next God of War. I'm the next God of War. I think people will get a kick out of it. They'll know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's basically what's been going down. I figured I share with you not only the gameplay here, but also share with you my life. You know what it's really like, not what you've been hearing. What it's really like. So I figure I'd address something that needs to be addressed. I feel so. I figured there you go. That's my life in a nutshell. Um, Now, there's going to be two more solos that I'm going to do with the Inverted Spire. I'm going to try out the exotics with the Titan. They're called second chance exotics. Basically, you can break barrier shields with it, and it gives you an extra shield throw. So I'll be doing that with the Titan next with Inverted Spire, and then I'll be enjoying a Warlock solo, which I won't. Um, it's I won't. I don't know if there'll be a lost sector on a Monday before the reset Tuesday to get those exotic leg art pieces for the Warlock. But that being said, I'm gonna do a solo Warlock, whatever it may be, Void, Solar, probably gonna be Solar, and I'll be doing that up and coming here. So we got the Titan solo to do next, and then after that the Warlock solo. And hopefully everybody now knows what's really going on. Hopefully I addressed this clear enough, and then hopefully you folks enjoyed this gameplay. And of course, I'm working on my New York series of videos that I'll be slowly putting out on my YouTube channel to get you folks to understand that I do a lot more than just certain things. So